Hey everybody, Brandon Railway 6920 here. Doing my Wednesday night live stream. It is about a half hour late. I was hooking up some new stuff in the kitchen for my grandma. But anyhow, um, on the track you can see my 2662T as we go ahead and get jumping into things here. Tonight is a little bit of a special that I'm gonna do. I got uh, I got uh, track one is back to DCC for tonight. Track two is DC. A couple of special locomotives and other things that I want to show off. Projects I've been working on slowly. Been dealing with a stomach thing past few days, since about Friday of last week. Wound up losing my job, so I'm no longer delivering newspapers. And I'll actually, the good thing about it is I'll be able to do live streams and more stuff. But anyhow, um, let's see, what do I want to start with? I guess start with a project I've been working on for my sister. Slide my camera a little bit so I can get a better angle on this. Project that my sister and I have wanted to work on. She's kind of wanted an engine for herself, for her railroad. So I have this Bachmann Spectrum. Box is pretty crappy, but the engine is nice. Um, I was just going to sell it at Mansfield, but I figured sister wants an engine, I can spare a few extra dollars. So, anyhow, Bachmann Spectrum. Samantha, I hope you like this because I've put a lot of time into it. Um, I still have a lot of work to do to it. But anyhow, this is the unveiling of Samex 525. So, slide that back down, pull the engine out of the cradle. There you go, Samantha. It's the bright magenta that you wanted. The gray type of undertone, kind of like the Interstate Heritage Unit. Like I said, I got a lot of work to do. The front is going to have the gray stripe on the bottom. The reason for the black on the nose is an anti-glare. They would never have bright pink nose. It's just way too bright, blind the engineer and conductor. There's conductor side and the back. Like I said, Samantha, I got a lot of work to do on this, but I hope you're happy with it, with the way it's turning out. Let's see. Kind of hard to see the text, so please bear with me. Thank you, Nickel Plate, for coming in from Kokosing, from channel there on Kokosing. I'm glad to see that I got new subscribers. Trying to do this kind of like the JLWII 2000 dude. I see a lot of stuff he does, and a lot of times when I see stuff that I would like to get, I don't see reviews of it, so I do reviews of it. And now I'm getting into kind of showing off a little bit of the projects and stuff I'm working on and have worked on in the past. The 2662T that's on the screen right now, that I got because I've always wanted a tank style engine, custom painted that and everything for Brandon Railway. The lettering is all individual. It's DC. And I'll go ahead and fire up my DCC track and try to get this locomotive, the track one, the passenger train, try to get it coming around so you can see the unveiling. Yeah, he's pretty good at fixing stuff. He's worked on a lot of my engines. But, anyhow, takes a second to get the passenger train going. There we go. Or not. Okay, well, if I can't get that one going, I know I can get this one moving. And now I know why the other one won't move it come uncoupled. I can hear it going under the bed. So, anyhow, let's see. Come on. There we go. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I've done is projects. And Garrett's Cocosing Valley Central, he's helped me with some of it. Yes, I'll check your channel out at some point tonight after my live stream. I'm wanting to be able to do the unveiling of my office car special. It's kind of like what Norfolk Southern has, with the exception of a couple of the engines are not done yet. So the unveiling I'm doing is of the cars and one of the locomotives that I have done up. So anyhow, give me a few seconds, and what I'll do is go and try to hook up the one train so I can get this business train running again. Let's see. Oh, crud. Okay. I guess it wound up a little further than I wanted it to. So let's see. I gotta pull this back. This is a little harder. I haven't tested this office car train very much, so that's the reason it's having a few issues. Normally my equipment runs very nice and smooth, but I'm trying to get this around for a train show in December at the Mansfield Kingwood Center, and then another show in Loudonville in January. I'm going to step away again just long enough to hook this engine up. Let's see. There we go. I had two locomotives hooked up just because there is a slight grade in the room, so I wanted to make sure I had plenty of power. But this engine does have the power to pull this consist. It's a Mantua Classic 2662T articulate, or no, 2662 articulated with tender that's on the outside track. So I'm impressed with it. I'm impressed with the articulated, how it pulls nicely and everything. I just wish I could get a little better control on it. So this special is kind of like a shout out to Cocosing Valley Central. I know he really likes steam engines, and because I have steam engines painted for Brandon Railway and everything, I figured why not do a steam special. I do have a SD70 Ace, or ACE, done up for Brandon Railway as well. But come on, don't stop. Crap. Let's see. My business train has stopped. And it is stuck. So anyhow, like the previous live stream, more problems. But that's the model railroad hobby. You go to show off and you always have issues, or at least most of the people I know. They go to have club meetings or anything and they have issues. Yeah, I think it gave up on me because it was pulling this train just fine earlier. But I think what I'll have to do is try to hook up the 260 that I had behind it. I'll have to probably try to hook it up in the front so it can help. Because like I said, there is a bit of grade in my room. I'm not sure how steep because it's just one of them things that it's an old house. So it's how it was made. Turn the light on that engine so hopefully I can see. Oh man, it is way back there. I do not think I'm going to try to back it up because I cannot get to it where it is at, and I know I cannot hook anything up to it where it is at. Hey James, how's it going? Trying to get my business train to back up so I can get an engine on the front of it because it seems to not want to pull this grade. Of course, I know where she was stopped is starting uphill, so it was kind of starting uphill from a dead stop. That's definitely going to be harder on it. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm running a Digitrax DCS50 on my outside loop. And I think it's at the point now where I can at least reach the engine. And yep, I'll be able to put this other one on front. So just bear with me for a second while I take care of this. And I should be able to hopefully finally do the unveiling of my office car train. Oh, come on! There it goes. Alrighty then. Got a new locomotive on there. Let's see, Loco 56, MU 39. Alright. Let's see if the two of them can pull this. It'll take a second to get started because, like I said, the Mantua is funny on how it runs. What the heck? For some reason, the Mantua is wanting to run backwards. See if that fixed it. Yep. Go back to that one, MU39. And she's still giving me fits. Come on! I'm hoping I can get this going because I really want to be able to do the unveiling of this train. Because I've put a lot of work into it. I've put about 14 months into working on this passenger train. And I think that's exactly what it needed, is that second engine. just to be able to get going. Because like I said, I had this all running on my 2662 with tender earlier, and it was running just fine. But now it's got to have that little bit of extra power. And I can tell she's definitely having wheel slip issues. Because she is just barely moving. And now I see why. It might help if I keep all the cars on the track. So, anyhow, I'm going to stop the articulated 2662T about right there, and go ahead and present the Brandon Railway office car special with lead engine 260 number 56 and secondary engine 2662 with tender number 39 and 15 car passenger set. So take a second for the articulated to get going. I haven't speed matched these perfectly yet. Yeah, for my room, 15 passenger cars is a lot. You can see the Mars light that's on the 2662. Change the angle of the camera, maybe get a better view of the cars. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I've put at least 12 to 14 months into putting this set together, painting them up, getting them detailed just right. 9 of them are Atherns, and the others, I think 10 of them are Atherns actually, and 4 or 5 of them are Lifelikes that I've collected over the years. So eventually all the cars are going to have lighting. Of course, this will be when I get my big layout going. And my articulated just died on me again. Dirty track. Not a good thing when you're running DCC. So anyhow, get the little logger going again. And go ahead and show off a couple more things I've been working on that I finally got done recently. One of them I did a review video, or a little video tinkering with things, is the building I just recently acquired. I figure I'm going to make it a museum type building where people can go in and see how things were 60, 70 years ago, or whenever this building was actually in operation. I'm actually going to have track that does run underneath of it, just because I can. And one of the main things I was doing to work on this one is, I don't know how many of you have seen them, they have quite a bit of an open spot on the roof. So what I did was I took some blue tarp and made it look like they have it tarped off Nickel plated, those, most of those are Atherns. Some of them are lifelikes. But what I did here on this was to make it look like storm damage. That way they have it tarped off and everything, like they're going to fix it. I still have a little trim work and stuff to do on this one yet. Trim work and other detail work. But eventually it'll probably go on a layout that goes to train shows with me to be able to show off and everything. Another project that I was working on is this bus. We'll stop this train so you can see it. This bus was a high railer I got from my uncle, and it had a chip in the motor, gears were broken and stuff, and it was never going to run right. So instead of making it just a dummy, I put it on the flat car, and I took a blowtorch that I got from the gas station, just a little 4-inch blowtorch, cigarette lighter type of deal, and I made it look like it was in a crash. So I got that I did. I got done last year, actually. And I've got the scrap steel loads. That's just in there for weight right now. Because me being an idiot, I took all the weight out of it. I wanted to run longer trains and then didn't realize you need the weight to keep the cars on the track. Another little project is coming up here at the end of this train that I have had Kokosing Valley Central's help on. Thank you, Garrett. This engine was in one of the Brandon Railway crashes of 1864. And I decided, because it was another engine that was never going to run right, an old Tyco Mantua tender drive that my uncle had tried a couple of times to get going good. I decided to take the weight out of it and make it look like it blew up. And then Garrett from Kokosing Valley Central, he put it on the flat car on some rails for me and made it look like a nice little load on there. And then we get that moving again. Go to a wider shot. And this I got from a dear friend who had some chains and stuff. He was just going to get rid of them, so he gave them to me. I use it as a double main when I'm at train shows. Painted it up with a dry brush to make it look like it's old and weathered. The rust that's on it is real rust. It's not paint jobs or anything. I just done a light coating of blue to make it look like it's old and weathered, and then I did take a lighter and kind of score where the engines come through to make it look like smoke and soot on both ends. I do plan on, before this is considered all said and done, putting lights on it and everything. I'm thinking battery operated will be the easiest, because it's obviously going to be going to train shows and stuff. So battery operated will more than likely be the easiest route to go on that. Now that I hear my engine's back on, see if we can't get this big long train moving again. Nope. Nope, not gonna move. So we'll just shut off the DCC for now, because it's giving me too many fits tonight. Go ahead and pull this engine up here, and then show off the engine that I done up for my sister. That way she can get a good look at it running, and you guys can get a good look. This was a former Conrail -9. I do not have, well, did not have anything newer than Dash 9 until recently, when I acquired, um, just recently acquired a couple of AC 44s. Got a, what is it? The Interstate Heritage Unit, and I got the Southern Heritage Unit. You can see those in previous videos I have up on YouTube now. Trying to find my transition car because this is a standard horn hook coupler. And actually, I guess what I'll do is just take a couple of these cars off because that's a transition car right there. And let's see. This engine has not been run really since I got it, because I haven't had any real big wide curves to run it. Now that I've got 33 1/3 and everything, I can run it nicely and everything. So anyhow, while that's going around the track, go back to a little bit of a wider angle there for you guys. You can definitely see that engine coming from a long ways away. Like I said, Sam, I really hope you like it. Still got a lot of work to do on it, but at least it's started, and it's starting to look really nice. So, I think I got an idea. As long as the engines are not too far away, I might be able to switch out a DCC locomotive. Oh, yeah, I can. And maybe get this train rolling again. It won't be Brandon Railway, but it will be at least a locomotive to get the DCC running again. That way you're not staring at the same thing forever. So let's see. This comes off. This one. Yep. I guess it would help if I keep my hand out of the way of oncoming rail traffic. Samantha, your engine just hit me. Ran me over. Let's see if one locomotive, the locomotive I just put on this consist for Brandon Railway, is a Scale Trains SD40-2 Operator Series DCC with ESU lock sound. We'll see if it's got the cojones to be able to pull this. It should. It has pulled bigger consists before. And I guess it's not going to pull this one, so I'll grab another one. Let's see. Yeah, that one should work just fine. Let's see. Daggone it. Grab a second locomotive to put on here. Most of the locomotives I run on DCC do have their own address, but my Scale Trains, they just run together because they're Scale Trains. Not to mention I've been having issues with MUing them, so I just put all the same address. That way I don't have to worry about anything. Forward. Now, if two of you can't pull it, there's a problem. Two SD40-2s ought to be able to pull anything. Well, there it's moving. And something's not right. Daggone it. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. My engines came uncoupled. Pull them back around and switch them around. Alright. Get the two of them backing up. Grab my consist here and pull it back to where I'm on a straight section. I appreciate whoever you are that's still on here holding with me, because I know that it can get a little boring watching the same thing run around, but I'm really hoping to be able to get this DCC track running really nice. I normally don't have this many issues with it. Proof is in all the videos that I have up on YouTube that normally it runs all right. So anyhow, Sam, I think your engine's going to be just fine and run real nice. Seems to be running real nice right now. I am going to upgrade it with some knuckle couplers so you can run it at train shows and everything. Run whatever you want behind it. I hear my scale trains coming out from under the bed now. It's been a long day. Whew. Oh. There. There's a lot of weight on that consist. More than I would like, but has to be that way for the cars to stay on the track. Otherwise, they just don't like staying on there and they flop right off. Even if you got wide curves. I do have one more Scale Trains SD40-2. I have a Norfolk Southern CSX and a Union Burlington Northern Santa Fe. I'm trying to get a hold of a Union Pacific in the Operator series, but right now they're all on pre-order. So sit here and spin this engine around and run it in reverse for a little bit. Get it moving. And if it ain't one thing, it's another. Now that I got it running, I got a car that wants to come off the track. But here's a nice unveiling of two train projects I've been working on for quite a while. My Brandon Railway passenger set and my sister's Sam X train. Eventually we might wind up doing up a business train for her. I don't know. Depends on how much into the hobby she gets. Sam, if you get into the hobby the way I am, I will do you up a passenger set like I have. So if anybody has any questions about anything I'm running, anything you'd like to see me run, just let me know, and I will try to accommodate the best I can with what I have in stock, or in my roster, I guess, is what I should say. And I think what I'm going to try to do here, let's see, that's running. And of course, why not? Engines come off again. So, shut them down. And go ahead and show off, or at least be able to try to show off the business train I have here, the SD70 Ace. I know it's been in previous videos. And I can't take it too far because my business train come uncoupled again. I'm going to have to figure out something with the couplers because it just, I'm not sure what's up with it. So anyhow, this one's a Walther's mainline with soundtracks on it. I done this one for Brandon Railway because the way I look at it is I can run this one with my business train and run like BNSF does or Union Pacific. I can run my steam engine to run Brandon Railway, or I have 3 F7s done up that I'm working on currently for Brandon Railway that I can run like Norfolk Southern. And then I have F40 that I'm going to be working on so I can run like what CSX does on their business train, which is, I believe it's an F40 PH. I'm not 100% sure. I've only seen a couple pictures of it. I'm not a huge CSX fan, so I don't pay too much attention into how they run things, because usually they just run them into the ground. No offense to any CSX fans out there. Oh, you know what, for tonight, I'm just going to forget running the DCC track because those cars keep coming off. The one passenger car keeps uncoupling and the other one keeps derailing. So, for now, I'm just going to leave that shut off. Let the Sam X go around one more time. And then I will put on my ABA units that I am working on for Brandon Railway. Let you guys get a look at what I'm working on those. Grab my transition card here, because I'm not going to switch out the freight that's on here. It takes too much time. That's mainly why I have 2 tracks. So anyhow, bring that to a stop. Put that on. And like I said, the ABA units, I have to figure out where exactly I want the gray to go on them to make them streamline with the passenger set. So they are not by any means done or anywhere near done. I've probably got at least 2 months worth of work to do on them. And they're old Atherns. They take quite a bit of power to get moving. I'm actually up to almost 75 on my throttle pack. But they have a lot of pulling power. Just the 2 of them have been able to pull my entire office car train. Because the one's a dummy. I'd like to get another B unit eventually. So like I said, I can do like what Norfolk Southern has with the ABBA. But it is not 100% needed right now. So I think an ABA set's good enough, because any layouts that I go to, an ABA set in 15 cars is going to be pretty big on. Most of the layouts that members in our club have, if I'm running 3 engines and 15 passenger cars like that, it's going to take up quite a bit. So I'll probably wind up sticking with an ABA set. Really not that important to me to have another B unit, especially because it's only going to be a dummy. Almost sounds like I might need to oil them and grease them up again. Engines like this normally sit for a while because I usually run mainline freight when I run anything, so there's no real need to be running them all the time. Open the throttle up here for a second. You can see just how fast they can go. I'd say that's just about Amtrak speed. Or as some of my friends have called it, damn crash. So, anyhow, whew, they're getting warm. Bring those up here in the light so you guys can get a little bit of a better look at them. Even though, like I said, they are nowhere near done. I got a lot of work to do on them. And I think I have a little bit of lighting work to do. So anyhow, you guys got a quick glimpse of my office car train. It made it around the track a couple of times. Got some work to do on it yet. It's not completely done. But at least I'm done with collecting it and painting it. It's just minor detail work. Hey Samantha, do you want to see your new train? Turn this back on and pull these forward again. Sam, so you don't have to watch the whole video again. Give me a second and I'll pull these engines off. And I'll get yours on here. Not 100% done, but it looks really nice. and so show just a little bit of progress on it. I got some more detail work to do on it yet. Whew. It has been a very long day. So I really appreciate the one subscriber that's been on here since the start. I really appreciate people hanging in there and bearing with me when it comes to issues with the track. I usually, like I said, normally don't have this many issues. So normally I'd be having both trains running. What do you think, Sam? Sam X number 525. The black on the hood is for anti-glare. The gray at the bottom is just because I thought it would add a nice touch. I thought a completely pink engine would have been just a bit too much. It runs real nice and smooth. If you go check the beginning of this video out, you'll see that it ran for good 10-15 minutes, no issues. So it's ready to go to train shows and whenever you want to run it. It's got decent pulling power, but it is only one engine, Bachmann Spectrum, so it's not going to pull a whole lot. But it'll pull 15 cars for you nicely. It won't pull 15 passenger cars though. It takes about 2 to 3 engines depending on what you're using. Because there's a lot of weight on those. And your engine will definitely zip around the tracks just fine. Nice and smooth. I think we chose the right one to use. So, anyhow, I think I'm about to sign off for the night. Go have some more chili, because I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. But anyhow, hope everybody has a nice week, or a nice rest of the week, a nice weekend, and everything. And I'm going to try to do another live stream Saturday. Message restricted. Huh. Anyhow, try to do another live stream Saturday for y'all, depending on how I'm feeling and everything. I've been dealing with certain things recently, but anyhow, if I can do that Saturday, I will. If not, try again next Wednesday. But anyhow, for now, this is Brandon Railway 6920 signing off.